Good afternoon, Knights. Thank you for joining us. I'm Adriana Andino, and today is Wednesday, April 28th, 2021. Here's your nightly news update. UCF is currently a ghost town as students go home after spring break. This comes after UCF representatives announced that classes will be moved into complete remote instruction following spring break. Officials say this decision made last semester will limit the spread of COVID-19. These resources on screen will remain open for students following spring break. The following resources will remain open both in person and online. Campus resources will remain open for the remainder of the semester following similar protocols put in place this past fall. It's clear this pandemic has affected all of us. But as UCF moves forward, what can we expect from next semester? I'll tell you how our university's executive branch is responding.
What happened with the pandemic being in place is immediately our focus had to be on that. And that was the number one focus.
Current UCF president Alexander Cartwright says he never expected everything that happened this past year, but hopes to rekindle a sense of normalcy for everyone moving forward.
And I hope that we don't forget the lessons that we learned through the pandemic.
President Cartwright says he looks forward to seeing students, faculty, and staff all together on campus. And I talked to our newly elected student body president to see what they expect for next fall.
We're going to do everything we can, literally everything, to try to make sure that students are given the best opportunity at UCF to have a positive experience.
You can expect from us that we're going to fight each and every day that you're going to have a better UCF experience. But I also think we should realize, this pandemic isn't over.
Holland Wilson will take office starting next fall. According to a press release, the university expects a full return to face-to-face learning without capacity restrictions next semester. In Orlando, Adriana Andino, UCF Nightly News. All officials say the UCF community can prepare for next semester by getting the recommended COVID-19 vaccines and keeping up with all the CDC protocols if needed. Starting today, Puerto Rico will strengthen their COVID-19 precaution measurements. Anyone traveling to Puerto Rico without a negative COVID test will be fined $300 and must take a test within 48 hours of their arrival. Travelers must then upload their results online, and if negative, the fine will be lifted. Anyone awaiting results from a test taken within 72 hours prior to arrival will also be fined, but charges will be lifted after they've uploaded their results within the 48-hour period after landing. Nightly News will keep you updated. Governor Ron DeSantis combats public disorder by signing House Bill 1 into Florida law. Reporter Clara Melo de Paula tells us more.
This anti-riot bill makes it so protesters can be charged with a felony if others at a protest become violent, while protecting counter-protesters of any civil liability if they injure or kill a demonstrator.
The fact that, 9 people gathering in a public space means that they could possibly be charged with a felony, that's going to deter a lot of people from protesting and gathering and assembling and, demanding things from their public officials.
The bill allows the governor and the cabinet to veto any budgeting decisions. It also creates harsher charges for vandalizing Confederate monuments or the Confederate flag.
DeSantis proposed this bill after the BLM protests of 2020, some of which took place right here in the streets of downtown Orlando.
We saw really unprecedented disorder and rioting throughout the summer of 2020. And we said that's not going to happen here in the state of Florida. And we wanted to make sure that we were able to protect the people of our great state, people's businesses and property against any type of mob activity or violent assemblies.
Polls show that 63% of Floridians oppose the bill, largely due to the fact that only 2% of Black Lives Matter protests involve violence, looting, and vandalism.
Florida was one of the few states that didn't experience any significant looting. In other states, we saw the burning down of buildings and destruction of property and businesses. Like that actually never happened in the state of Florida.
Public officials such as Senator Victor Torres and Representative Ana Escamani have also expressed their opposition to the bill. In Orlando, Clara Mello de Paula for UCF Nightly News.
The League of Women Voters warns people to be careful if attending a protest and to be vigilant of other people's actions during the demonstration to avoid any charges. Floridians looking to buy some of their favorite summer items may have to pay a little extra. A new online sales tax bill signed by Governor Ron DeSantis will require online stores in and out of state to collect state taxes. Florida is the 45th state to pass this type of bill. Lawmakers say the bill is expected to add about $1 billion in state revenue. Mirami Sims, a UCF alumna and co-owner of MadJoy, says the bill is a big boost to receive the extra income and help towards expenses needed for her store.
E-com and digital is going to be huge for us to start integrating as far as capitalizing on that 6% and everything like that, because I feel like we're just now tapping into the beginning of what e-commerce is going to become. And there's just so many cool things out there, like guided websites. That's something Maddie and I've talked about. Like, how cool would that be for, like your friend to get on there and it's like, hi, Sam, like, thanks for visiting MadJoy.
Sim says, while the summer is a big season for her customers, she hopes the fall semester will be more profitable with colleges like UCF returning to face-to-face learning. The revenue will go first to State Unemployment Trust Fund, and after improving from the pandemic's effects, will go to the state's general fund. The bill will take effect July 1st, 2021. Most of us can't wait for summer, but for others, this time of year can bring anxiety and stress. Nightly News reporter Madison Little tells us what the word summer means for people struggling with body dysmorphia. Nightly News wants to warn you that this topic may be sensitive for some viewers.
2.5% of males and 2.2% of females suffer from body dysmorphia, a disorder which makes it extremely difficult for some people to even look in the mirror. People suffering from body dysmorphia can't stop thinking about defects or flaws in their appearance, sometimes even so small others don't notice them. The Anxiety and Depression Association of America says people with body dysmorphia think about real or perceived flaws in their appearance, sometimes for hours a day. They say these negative thoughts can be a burden, interrupting daily life and potentially causing people to isolate themselves. Dr. Jade Garneau-Fernier, a licensed psychologist at UCF's Counseling and Psychological Services, says she urges students who struggle with body dysmorphia to reach out. Dr. Jade says she believes certain times of year, especially summer, pose more challenges for those living with BDD than others. Because the summer heat can force people to wear lighter clothes, especially in Florida, she says this can create bigger challenges for people living with BDD. UCF mathematics major Katherine Dickinson says she lives with body dysmorphia. She says she struggles with even knowing what her body looks like.
Sometimes I think I'm like back to 220, then other times I think I'm back to 135, but I'm 160, so it's like constantly, what do I look like?
Dickinson says one of her biggest challenges is getting dressed in the morning. In summer, makes it harder. She says she often finds herself staying home while her friends do things like go to the pool and take part in other summer activities.
Sometimes I don't even get like a bikini. I get men's bathing suits because then it hides more skin, and I'll wear a bigger t-shirt. And then my friends are like, well, why don't you take off your shirt? Like, it's hot out. And it's like, but I can't, because I just mentally can't get over that hump. And so I just avoid doing those things, which really sucks.
Dickinson says she does her best to avoid things that affect her mental health. And although she is encouraged to push herself, she knows some things, like going to the beach, just won't be any fun.
Dickinson says she believes social media makes her compare to other people. And Dr. J says she believes this is a big problem because outlets like Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook create unrealistic expectations and high beauty standards. The RWC Outdoor Adventure Committee was all hands on deck with a stress relief and mindful hike. Reporter Joe Crichton tells us how these are helping students during the final weeks.
The woods area where students were able to get out and get into a stress-free state of mind. The trail was surrounded by trees, thick roots, and even rivers. Students were able to be on the hike with wildlife by seeing alligators and a turtle. UCF student and trip leader Emma Britwell said this hike is a great opportunity for students to take a break.
To go out in nature and have some professional people guide them through mindfulness exercises, to keep themselves mindful and to slow down and take a break from classes right before finals begin.
Students participated in a meditation exercise called a meditation walk. RWC officials say that it helps students connect and get into a state of mind where they can be at peace. In the exercise, students walk back and forth at a pace of their own to be able to get in sync with their inner selves. On the hike, a participant, who is a junior advertising and public relations major, Monique Mendez, says getting up and taking a walk helps her distress from her studies.
If I am feeling stressed, like studying for finals and stuff like that, I will probably just get up and like walk around, like go outside. And
I'm currently standing in front of the trail where students were able to take a hike in a stress-free state of mind to prepare for finals this week. Along with meditating, students did journaling as a way to get rid of those negative thoughts before finals. Brianna Bergman, UCF student and assistant adventure trip leader, who said it can be an outlet to learn something new from the hike.
So it's a great opportunity to connect, reflect, and maybe even learn something new about yourself and how you can handle stress.
In Orlando, I'm Job Critton for UCF Nightly News.
For more information, visit rwc.sdes.ucf.edu. A group of students have started the Disc Golf Club. Nightly News reporter Tyler Karen has the story.
After a fall semester with limited on-campus interaction, a group of UCF students found an activity that can be played in small groups this spring. The Disc Golf Club currently has about 40 students involved. A group of members go out and play on the course located at the RWC fields about 4 times a week. Over spring break, the club sent 8 members to the College National Tournament, where UCF finished as the top team from Florida. Co-founder Garrett Goodwin says the club is always recruiting new members.
So when we're playing there, we met a couple people and just say, hey, if you guys like playing disc golf, follow the Instagram and message us if you want to join the club.
The club has continued to grow since it was created at the beginning of this semester. With national tournaments and daily disc golf sessions, disc golf provides a fun and safe way to stay active during COVID-19, and you could be the club's next member. In the club, you will find players with a variety of skill sets. Ranging from expert players to first-time players, there's a spot for everyone. The club also provides discs for players that don't have them, so you don't need to bring any equipment to play. Co-founder of the club, Zach Moses, says he hopes to see the club grow in the future, allowing more students to share his experiences.
Or like if, like I never would have thought in like August that like I would have met this many people playing like through just playing disc golf, and just everybody's like so nice out there, and it's like a super fun time, relaxing, just throwing some plastic.
In Orlando, Tyler Karen, UCF Nightly News.
If you're interested in joining the club, you can visit the UCF Disc Golf Club Instagram page. UCF men's soccer team has won their 3rd straight AAC title, advancing into national play. The Knights took down the Memphis Tigers 3-0 to claim yet another AAC title. The Knights started the season 1-3 and are currently on an 8-game winning streak as they head into the NCAA tournament. The next match for the Knights will be on Sunday, May 2nd at 5 p.m. against number 17 ranked James Madison University. Now let's take a look at today's weather forecast. Today's high is 85 degrees with mostly cloudy skies and an 11% chance of rain. Tonight's low is a chilly 66 degrees with an 11% chance of rain, so you may need that heavy coat tonight. Tomorrow's high goes up to 90 degrees with partially sunny skies and 15% chance of rain, much warmer than previous days, but you might want to hold on to that umbrella. And that's all the time we have for now. Make sure you keep up with all that's happening throughout the week by following us on Instagram at UCF Knightly News. And check back here tomorrow for another Nightly News update. I'm Adriana Andino. Thanks for watching and have a great day.